Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Knitting Man Shorts, how to knit corrugated rib for beginners.
Daddy said it's all done now, and I can't seem to find my daddy so high. Daddy said it's all done now, now I gotta bury you under the ground. Why you gotta break my heart, Daddy, just like all those other boys do? Why you gotta break my heart, Daddy? I guess issues. You told me to believe in you, but all you said were lies. I'm lying next to him. This is going nowhere. I can see it in his eyes. Daddy said we weren't worth it. I'm not sure if it's true. Daddy said no boy will be good enough for me.
Hello, welcome back to the Knitting Man Shorts. This is episode 2. Before we start, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that commented on episode 1. We had lots of comments to say keep going with these shorts, that you really like them, and also I think we might have picked up a bit of a new audience. There seem to be some younger people on board, which is fantastic. And a lot of people have said that these shorts will be really useful to them. One, because they haven't got to look through the whole of a big long episode to find the bit that they want, so they can identify the bits that they want, and people have said they'll re-watch these again and again as they learn these techniques. So in this episode we're going to look at corrugated rib, but before we do, I wanted to just talk about why I like corrugated rib. Well, corrugated rib is it's traditionally used in like fairisle knitting, and but for a long time before I started using corrugated rib, I was knitting blankets, and I wanted to produce something that would sit flat. And for a long while what I used to do was crochet around the edge. So this is an old one of my blankets here, and as you can see, the edge has been crocheted, so it sits nice and flat. So yeah, I had a kind of a eureka moment once where I realised that if I knitted corrugated rib around the outside of my blankets, and I used the same size needle, the corrugated rib would be at the same gauge as the knitting, so so it would sit flat. So yes. So that's Arthur's blanket there, and as you can see, I've used the corrugated rib and I've steeped it. So when I realised that that was going to work for my blankets, I pretty much used that ever since. So for people that don't know, that's your kind of standard rib, which is quite stretchy. That's one knit, one purl standard rib there. And this is corrugated rib. So that's 2 knit, change the colour, 2 purl, change the colour, 2 knit. And that's corrugated rib. And that's what it looks like on the back. So here is a short clip of me showing you how I do corrugated rib. Okay, so I was asked how I hold my yarn when I'm knitting 2 colours. Well, they're usually quite twisted up, and I usually just wrap the yarn around my little finger, and so I've got one on top and one below. So we are doing corrugated rib. Now you can knit this the other way. And if anybody wants me to show you how to knit the other way, we can do that in another episode. But because I usually knit this in the round, I'm just going to show you how it's knitted front ways. But if you want me to show you how it's knitted back ways, I can do that in another episode. Just ask me in the comments below. So it's 2 knit stitches, so I'm just going to knit the 2 knit stitches, and then it's bring the yarn forward, so I'm bringing the lighter colour yarn forward and purl, and then 2 knit stitches again, bring the yarn forward, purl, and take the yarn back. So 2 knit stitches, yarn forward, 2 purl stitches, yarn back, 2 knit stitches, yarn forward, 2 purl stitches, yarn back. And I'll just do it one time really slow now. So it's knit, knit, yarn forward, purl, purl, yarn back. That's 2 stitch corrugated rib. So that was a clip of me knitting corrugated rib. Now I was talking earlier about how I use corrugated rib to frame my blankets, and how I use the same size needle to do that, and how that leaves me with a nice flat fabric at the end. Obviously, if you were going to knit a sweater or a jumper, you'd probably want to use, so this is one of my fairisles, so you'd probably want to use a slightly smaller needle, smaller size needle on the rib, so that it brings the rib in a bit. You don't want it going completely flat. So if you're knitting a garment, you'd probably want to go half a size, half a millimetre smaller. But if you're trying to knit a flat piece of knitting like a blanket, you'd want to stay with the same size needle. I'd just like to say thanks to everyone for your feedback on episode 1 of the Knitting Man Shorts. And a lot of you have said that you want us to continue to do this. And what I'm going to do, therefore, over the next few weeks, is extract the how-tos from my videos up to now and create these little shorts from them. And I might actually just extract talking parts or me just talking parts out of them as well, if I think that, you know, there's a specific subject that might be useful. So as usual, if you've liked this video, can you hit the like button? And if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe, because that's the thing that's going to drive us to make more videos. And your comments, we love your comments. We try to write back to all of your comments. So the more comments, the merrier. And the other thing is, if there are specific things that you'd like us to make shorts about, let us know. Joey, you've been too noisy, mate. It's no good going shh. So yes, if there's anything that you would like us to do shorts about, let us know in the comments below. And oh, Udaffa. Anyway, oh, what can I do? 34 years, isn't it? I'm not even meant to be doing funnies in the shorts. The shorts are meant to be short and sweet, no funnies, no nothing. She's tidying up the kitchen in the background. Anyway, back to the theme tune. This is a theme tune by our daughter Kitty, and Joey did a nice little moody video of what's on the table here. So you've got the two of those together. See you next time. Thanks.
Daddy said